What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't skip this intro. This is an important one. I have a few things to mention and I'm just going to jump right into it, okay? First and foremost, my Instagram. If you've been trying to reach out to me on Instagram, sending me DM messages, I'm not ignoring you. I actually signed out of the app. I just needed to take a step back and take a little break. It got a little bit overwhelming, a little bit distracting for me. And, you know, in life, you got to have discipline and you got to have, you know, certain things in order. So, in other words, I just took a step back, just needed a little break from it, a little bit of a breather. Hopefully, whoever has been reaching out to me, hopefully you guys understand. I will be back on Instagram at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, so I don't want to say, hey, I'll be back in a few weeks, and then it's longer than that. But I do apologize if you've messaged me and I haven't gotten back to you yet. Just sit tight for me. Hopefully you're understanding, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I jump back on Instagram. The second thing, this is a pre-recorded video. By the time you guys are seeing this video, this bike is tucked away and I'm not riding anymore. Due to the fact that my rear wheel actually slipped out on me on 2 occasions and this thing turned into a drift machine, and I'm not a fan of that. The roads are just way too cold. The tires aren't heating up properly or holding the heat. You don't really have a lot of traction out here. And I'm just taking that as my sign to pack it all up. The third thing is, from the title of the video, you guys should know that this is going to be a story time of how I got into motorcycling. Now, if you guys could do me a huge favor, whoever's viewing this video, if you could actually drop a comment below of how you got into motorcycling, because I'm genuinely always interested in how people got into motorcycling and what made them make the move or what inspired them to get into motorcycling. So if you guys could leave a comment below, short or long, how you got into motorcycling, maybe your first experience, what have you, whatever it is that you feel comfortable sharing, I would really appreciate that. And the last but not least is, I just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple people. They didn't ask me to shout them out. This is just completely random. You know, I'm here to give the flowers and they're still here to receive them. So I'm just going to give a few of these guys their flowers. And I'm going to start off with Sazon Moto. Okay, he's a guy out of Florida. He just picked up a Gen 4 BMW S1000RR. Beautiful machine. I believe it's all black if I remember correctly. And he's doing some cool things with that bike, some mods. And if you guys can, just go over to his channel. It should be on the screen, but all these channels are also going to be linked in the description below. But yeah, check out his channel, see what he has going on. If you're interested, you know, like and drop a sub or whatever. The second channel I'm going to shout out is Dragoness Moto. Okay, she is a new female moto vlogger that has, I believe, a Speed Triple Triumph. I'm not sure if that's the bike. I think that's what it is. And she also just picked up a 2022 BMW S1000RR in mineral gray. I think that's what the colorway name is. I'm not really too sure, but it's a cool looking gray. Okay, she's going to be uploading some BMW S1000RR content. And if you're like me and you love the BMW S1000RR content, head over to her channel and join her little community that she has building. You will be able to say you started you know, from the ground up with her. You know, she probably has around 200 subscribers as I'm making this video. The next person I'm going to shout out is Fast Flow KC. Okay, he's a fast boy. If you couldn't tell from the name, he has a Gen 3 BMW S1000RR like me, 2017 model. Carbon fiber everywhere. That thing is really a looker. And he does do chiller vlogs as well, so head over to his channel. You could peep some of his videos out. He's nice with it. You know, he does the fast riding, racing and stuff like that. You know, even though I'm not into riding like that really, I still do appreciate the people that do ride like that. And I watch that shit and I'm entertained by it as well. So, you know, don't get it twisted. Just because I personally don't do it doesn't mean that I don't like viewing it or I don't like seeing it. You know what I mean? The last person I want to shout out is Jaystaylee. All right. He's on a 2016 H2 Kawasaki Ninja H2, and that bike is an absolute animal. That thing is a beast, and he knows how to ride that thing. He knows how to control it, and he makes really cool videos. Of course, he's doing fast boy activities. He's on a Kawasaki Ninja H2 after all. but he has some chiller vlogs as well. You guys check out his channel, and all these channels are going to be in the description below. I'm going to leave all their links. None of them know that I'm doing this. I didn't talk to any of them about this. This is me just wanting to shout people out, you know. I don't have the biggest channel in the world, but if they at least get 2 subscribers that came from my channel, you know, then I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And yeah, man, so you know, there's a couple other moto vloggers that you guys could check out. I won't be posting, like I said before, this is a pre-recorded video, so you won't be seeing much of me posting in the upcoming months. I really don't have anything on ice, any videos on ice. I do have one more pre-recorded video to upload for you guys, and then that's going to be pretty much it. But anyways, with all that said, sorry about the long intro. Hopefully you guys didn't mind, but let's get into some riding and some storytelling. First things first, we got to hear this full titanium Akrapovic exhaust system. Alrighty, let's get to riding. Alrighty, so a couple of you have actually asked me how did I get into motorcycling, and to be honest with you, it's not the most exciting story there is. But anyways, to get into my story, this is not too far long ago. Okay, this is 2017, and my buddy Angelo, who lives on Long Island, he and his ex-girlfriend's dad, they ended up barn finding a Suzuki Savage Cruiser 650, and they ended up wanting to do a build on that bike. I had no idea this dude was even remotely interested in motorcycles or anything like that, and I was just surprised and shocked, and I was like, what? Wait, what? You're getting into bikes? I had never thought about bikes in my entire life up until this point. I was about 24, 25. I'm 29 now. So I had never thought about bikes. I was like, no, they're not for me. I saw them, I thought they were cool, whatever, but I never actually even thought about buying one. Anyways, fast forward, him and his ex-girlfriend's father end up doing a bobber build on the Suzuki Savage 650. And if you don't know what a bobber build is, it's pretty much a build where you take a cruiser bike and you strip it to bare bones and you do your own little custom things to it. That's all a bobber build is. So him and his ex-girlfriend's father end up doing the bobber build on the Suzuki Savage 650. I'll be posting a picture here for you guys to see it as well, and I'll be posting pictures all throughout the story. So anyways, they end up getting this this little Suzuki Savage 650. It's yellow, and they end up doing a little bobber build on it, and it turned out really nice and dope. Fast forward, I go to hang out with Angelo one day, and we decide to just do a beach run. We're going to Garvey's, and you know, I'm in my car and he's on the Suzuki Savage. So this is my first time even seeing him ride the thing, and boy, let me tell you, when I saw him riding that bike, I was like, yo, there's no way that I'm not gonna go home and look into motorcycles and go buy one for myself. Like, I have to own a motorcycle. He just looked so freaking cool on that thing, and I was like, dude, your shirt flapping in the wind. I know you gotta wear gear and all that, but yo, the shirt flapping in the wind and the aesthetic of it just looks so cool to me. I was like, dude, I gotta get a motorcycle. Like, anyways, we make it to Garvey's Beach. We're hanging out. There's a long strip right before you get to Garvey's Beach, and we're actually hanging out on that strip. And so he has the bike there, and we're just talking and looking over it and stuff, and I'm like, dude, will you let me ride this thing? Mind you guys, I have no idea how to ride a motorcycle, okay? And he's like, yeah, sure, man, let me just tell you how everything works. So he tells me, you know, clutch, shifter, brake, and brake. Now, I have experience with manual transmission cars, so I already know how a manual transmission operates. At this point, I have probably 6-7 years worth of driving manual transmission cars. I was a valet for 5 years, and I drove so many different manual cars, and so I already understood the concept of how a motorcycle works. Once he broke it down to me, I was like, oh, I got this. Like, this is light work. Yeah, I know how to ride this thing. And sure enough, man, get through traffic a little bit here, but yeah, sure enough, man, he told me everything, and I was like, all right, dude, thanks, I got it. And I jumped on it, and I kid you not, guys, like not even 2 minutes in, you know, the strip is not even that big. Dude, I was flying down that strip, and by the time I got to the end of the strip, I was rev matching, I was skidding the rear tire, like I was just like fucking around instantly, like it just connected. And that's when I knew, like, all right, yeah, I gotta get a motorcycle. This thing feels so natural, and I love it, and I already know how to ride it. And you know, so that's pretty much the gist of the story. Is I literally took it down that strip, and I instantly connected with it, and I knew how to ride because, again, I had the manual transmission experience, and it's pretty much the same thing. If you know how to drive a manual transmission car, you can definitely jump on a motorcycle and ride it because you already have the understanding of the clutch and gears and all that. So that's pretty much how it went with me. Now I'm in a little bit of traffic, so I'm going to get back to you guys in just a second once this clears up. This thing is wiggling. If you can't tell, the ground is damp. It rained in the morning, but it's been cloudy, so the sun hasn't been out to dry everything up. And it's kind of been like drizzling on and off kind of deal. By the way, I'm on my way to Wingstop. Oh man, this bike is too fun. But anyways, guys, back to the story. So yeah, Angelo is a diehard cruiser guy, and you know, since he got me into motorcycling, and it led me to ultimately get my dream bike, BMW S1000RR. I actually let him ride this thing a few times this summer, and I have some pictures of him, and I'll post it up. He's not a sport bike guy at all. He's even wearing a Harley shirt in one of the pictures, so you can tell he's not like a sport bike guy. He's not a fan of them at all, but he really liked this bike. And that was pretty cool because everything sort of came full circle, you know what I mean? Like, there's the dude, that's the reason why I'm even on bikes or care about bikes, and he gets to ride a BMW S1000RR, but not the fact that it's a BMW S1000RR, the fact that it's my dream bike. And you know, I would have never found what my dream bike was if it wasn't for him. Does that make sense? I hope it made sense. It makes sense to me. Anyways, he got to ride my dream bike that I obtained some 4 or 5 years later from him, essentially teaching me how to ride a motorcycle. Pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, guys, with that said, I don't have the most exciting motorcycling story out there. You know, in conclusion, a buddy built a bobber and I rode it, and within a minute of riding it, I pretty much had it down packed. Not saying I'm the best rider out there or anything like that. I just understood the concept of how the clutch and the transmission and everything works, so it made it really simple for me. But yeah, that's my motorcycling story. That's what got me into motorcycles. I didn't start out, you know, being a 4-year-old on a dirt bike hitting the trails and all that, like how a lot of dudes start out with the dirt bike stuff and all that. My story is a little bit different and very simple. And yeah, everyone's story is not going to be some crazy exciting thing, you know what I mean? That's why I want a couple of you to share your stories to see where everyone else, you know, how everyone else came about getting into the hobby of riding motorcycles. I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, guys, I don't think I'm missing anything from that story. It's a pretty basic story, like I said. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little story. Hopefully you guys are in the comments sharing your story as well. And she's dressed like it's summer. Here I am at Wingstop pulling up for some wings. lot of you guys are always commenting, how do you always just ride up on sidewalks like that? I have no idea, dude. I think it's like a New York thing. We just all kind of do it here and never get in trouble for it. I try to stay out the way for most people though, so I'm not a total dick, you know. Good old Wingstop. Yep, thanks, man.
6 piece, right?
Yep. Yep. You want the $1? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. My guy. You're supposed to pay extra for bottled drinks, but he kind of always holds me down. Man, that was a good little ride here. A little wet outside, but you get caught in the rain enough times, you really stop caring about that. I, for one, have been caught in the rain on bikes many of times. Also, I guess I might add, or I should add, I should say, that I've ridden a good amount of bikes. I can't remember them all, but even though I'm not really, you know, that, yeah, I would say I'm not that much of an experienced rider. You know, I don't have a lot of years or hundreds of thousands or close to that miles under my belt. I did ride quite a few bikes. Maybe I'll make a video on that or something in the future. I'm not really sure. But it's time to hit the road and head on back home. Got a beautiful C43 MG. Yep, C43 MG. Love Mercedes-Benz. Alrighty guys, so yeah, I just want to put the story out there. Quite a few of you have asked how I got into motorcycling, and there you go, you can refer to this video. Again, my buddy built a Suzuki Savage 650 bobber, which is a cruiser bike. I rode it for less than a minute and bam, I'm into motorcycles. That easy, that fast, that simple. But yeah, I'm just gonna cruise on home now. Don't be scared to get out here and ride in the wet. It can be a little tricky, but the experience is worth it. If you're riding, you've been caught in the rain before, so you know how it is. But those of you that are scared to ride in the rain, man, jump out here. It's just rain, it's not gonna bite. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning into my little story time of how I got into motorcycles. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are sharing your stories as well. I really appreciate it. All the continued support. You guys are freaking awesome. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, peace out. Hope everyone's doing well. Enjoy the upcoming holidays. Peace.